What is up, YouTube? It's your boy, The Real MJ. Today I'm going to rank 7 movie series. I repeat, 7 insane movie series. Each of these 7 series is awesome. Not ranking the films, but if this video gets a lot... Sorry, I got a text message on my... If this video gets a lot of views and give or take, if I reach a certain amount of subscribers, I'm going to do a video ranking movies from every category. So every horror movie I have, say for instance, if I did like the Harry Potter franchise, right? Although that's not a horror movie, I'm going to rank all 7 Harry Potter films in this video. Then I'm going to rank, let's say for instance, the X-Men trilogy. I'm going to rank all the X-Men trilogy movies by ranking. Then I do the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm going to do a video on it. It's going to be an individual video. But today, this is 7 of my favorite horror movie franchises of all time. 7, not a top 5, not a top 10. 7 of the best horror movie franchises in chronological order, according to me. So without further ado, drum roll, please. All right. So looking at my notes, I got 7 different series. I'm not going to tell y'all the movies. I'm just going to surprise y'all with some. So my number 7 series is going to be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series. So let's just mark that off my list right quick. Woo! All right, Texas Chainsaw Massacre series is really, really good. Leatherface is really, really good. I love it. Although, just like the Halloween series, a lot of the storylines change. And with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series, a lot of the storylines change. Now, again, I'm not going to rank the series yet, but everybody in their mama, everybody on God's green earth know that the Michael Bay series was the best of the best. And I like the thing about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series. It went from it's like a series that fluctuates with horror and comedy, then horror and comedy, then it's back to horror. Then it went to the social. The last film I wasn't a fan of because those people in that movie, every single person was a complete asshole. Literally an asshole. Like, I was ready for all of them to get it. Every single one of them to get it. Like, nobody in that movie was good. Only person in the last movie was good was that the dude from the town, the dude that came in the house that we thought that was the killer, but he was really chill. So that's number 7, due to the fact that the series just changed a lot. All right, number 6 is going to be, let's see on my beautiful list right here. My number 6 series is going to be Saw. The reason why I'm going to choose Saw on my list is because Saw movies are good. The Saw films are phenomenal. But just like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series, the lore of the movies change, storylines change. I like Saw X. Don't get me wrong. I like Saw X. I love it. That's actually one of my favorite Saw films of all time. Spoiler alert in the video, by the way. So Saw X was good because it was between 2 and 3. But this was one of the first films ever that had another protagonist that wasn't Jigsaw, that wasn't Hoffman, that wasn't Amanda, or any other of the fucking god-awful apprentices he had in the newer series. Let's not talk about Spiral. Ooh. But it's a franchise where they used to be very consistent because every year the movies used to come out. Then they took a break and made some more movies, and again, I don't know, but now we're back in a time where every year a new Saw film is coming out, and everybody was looking forward to it, but then everything started getting confusing, and it was all over the place. So that's why I put the Saw movie in number 6. Number 5, I'm going to be quick with this, because this is a hard list. This is why I'm like debating. I wrote multiple scripts on this, and I just couldn't think about it, so I just said, fuck it. Let's wing it. Let me write shit down. Let me be natural with this shit. Let this shit be authentic. So let's go. So number 5 is going to be... Oh, God. Number 5 is going to be the Chucky series. Chucky was the movie and the franchise that got me fucking afraid. I'm going to tell y'all this. This is a true story, and you know I'm not lying. When Blade 1999 came out, I went with my cousins to see it in Magic Johnson Theaters. Give me a thumbs up in the comment section if y'all remember that. Me, my cousins, and my brother went to go see Blade. And when the Bride of Chucky, Bride of Chucky trailer played, oh my, dude, I swear to God, screamed for 10 to 15 minutes straight. Got kicked out of the theater. I remember a white man said, "Get that fucking kid out of the theater." It was crazy. And I remember driving down, I think it was 610 to 288 with my brother and cousin. And I was just scared. I was like fucking scared. I was traumatized. I had nightmares. And I was going to Betsy Ross Elementary during the time. And I remember Betsy Ross Elementary, we had a route where we picked up the MacDade Elementary kids. And I remember a girl named Victoria wearing a green shirt. And I was talking to somebody about my trauma. And she said, "Oh yeah, Chucky scared me too." So me and her became best friends. So one day, I just decided to grow a pair of balls and watch the Chucky movies. But I'm gonna tell you the franchise that got it sparked. So you gotta stay tuned to this video to see it. So fast forward, I started liking the Chucky series. I loved it. Then the Chucky series got kind of campy and silly and stupid. Because when I saw Brian, I'm like, why the fuck am I scared of this? When I saw Seed, I said, oh my God, this shit sucks. Then when Curse of Chucky came out, I was like, holy shit, Chucky's scary again. This scared the fuck out of me. Cult was stupid. Then we got towards the series. Now again, I'm a gay guy and everything, but one of my biggest pet peeves is gay shit being pushed upon us in media. And this shit was pushed upon us so much in media that it made me it just pissed me off. So the series just had too much teen sex and too much gay shit, and the gay characters was immune to die. So that's why I put that at number 5 on my list. Number 4 on my list is gonna be the Paranormal Activity franchise. Now, the last Paranormal Activity was probably, to me, one of the best of the series simply because it didn't have fucking Katie in it. And then I found out a couple years ago that it's a timeline, meaning just like the Jeepers Creepers series, fun fact, that the Jeepers Creepers series and the Paranormal Activity series, and it's other movies too, like the Conjuring and Annabelle series, these are movies that's not even in chronological order. So Paranormal Activity movies are not in chronological order at all. So the most recent movie was in chronological order. But just like I said earlier, movie lore has just changed a lot. So storylines just changed in Paranormal Activity. And I was like, what the fuck? I was so confused about the fucking storylines because it's like, wait a minute. What happened to it? It was just all over the place. All right, we get into the top films. Number 3, Hellraiser. You can't go wrong with Hellraiser. Candyman scared the fuck out of me. I'm not gonna lie. And the man that created Candyman and many other great people is Clive Barker. The Hellraiser series was originally a short novel called The Hellbound Heart about an androgynous killer killing people named Pinhead. You open the box, da 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 da. That's why he had that raspy monotone voice. You have opened the box. Really good franchise. I loved it. This is a franchise I loved. A lot of people didn't like. Many people don't like the Hellraiser franchise, but I like the Hellraiser franchise because the shit was all over the place. And a couple of the Hellraiser movies wasn't really Hellraiser movies because Dimension Studios and Miramax had the rights to it. And make a long story short, they just basically said, hey, let's just call this shit Hellraiser. And yeah, because the first 2 was good. 3 was alright. 4, at the end of the day, to me, I like the series. Not the ones without Clive, like without Doug Bradley. I didn't like those movies. The last one, the Hulu version, I didn't. But the first 2 with Uncle Frank and Aunt Julia, I didn't fuck with them. Christy Cotton's one of my favorite screen queens of all time. Next to my other favorite screen queen, which is on the list. So the Hellraiser series was really, really good because I think that the creators of Saw got inspired by that. Because when the Hellraiser movies came out back in the 80s, that's some shit people never seen before. They seen gory, fucked up horror movies. But some shit like that was a little bit different. So I know movies like Hostel and the Green Inferno and all those movies take inspiration for that. Although the Green Inferno is a sequel to Cannibal Holocaust, and that was pretty fucked up and gory. Like we got movies like I Spit on Your Grave, which is gory. You know, you gotta watch that shit. It's not gory, but it's fucked up. But torturous, fucked up like that, different. You gotta solve a puzzle. You gotta do this. That shit was different. That shit was like different. Like different. That was pre-Jigsaw. Like I would love a movie. It may not ever be made, but I love a movie where it's like a movie where like John Kramer's in hell and Pinhead gets a hold to him and John Kramer comes back to Earth and do another game, and if he don't do the game successful, Pinhead kills John Kramer. I don't know, but I would do like a movie with Hellraiser and Saw. Stupid idea, but look at the times we living in. Look at the times we living in, man. So yeah. All right, my top 2 series, people. All right, drum roll, please. Now I am so heated. It's like having a favorite child, but except you like both of your children, and they both your favorite. Like you got the kid that's in the football team, and you got the kid that's on the basketball team, and both of them have scholarship offers, and both of them are good, and of them got in trouble, and it's like, oh my god, I don't know which one's my favorite. I can't choose favorites. But in actuality, you got to choose favorites because it's like, which one gonna be most successful and take care of the parent? I don't have children at all, but I'm just saying, which one gonna take care of me? So I'm at the point where which one's gonna take care of me? Which one is good? Which franchise is just, ugh. Number 2, it's gonna be The Nightmare on Elm Street. Bruh. That's the movie that started me to watch horror. I remember in summer of 1999 or 2000, I remember coming home from school and they used to give us these thick ass packets to do our homework in. And I remember one day I did the packet because I was a nerd and I was bored. And I remember like the TV was like, I was living with my grandma. I remember the TV was like this way and the waterbed was this way or some shit like that. And I was bored and I wanted to watch a movie. And UPN was airing the Nightmare on Elm Street specials. So I said, okay, fuck it, let's do it. Let's watch it. So the love of that got me into horror movies. The Nightmare on Elm Street got me into the love of horror movies. And I remember my cousin used to watch horror movies too. So eventually when we got cable, well no, the bootleg, man, we used to have a lot of horror movies on the shelf. Like we had a shit ton of movies on the shelf. Like the shelf was packed. Freddy was called a bootleg, man. So my mom got the movie from Freddy coincidentally. And I remember she getting movies from Freddy, and I always just said, fuck it, I want to watch a horror movie. I want to watch the unrated version of the movie. And I remember watching all types of horror movies we had on the shelf. I remember we had I Know What You Did Last Summer. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I think we had Candyman. We had a lot of horror movies that I watched. I watched so many movies from the movie like collection. So I watched it, and I was enamored, and I studied it. But pre-origin story, I used to play with snakes when I was a little kid. The lady that used to babysit me in Cashmere Gardens is deceased now. But I remember one time I used to just pick up snakes and play with them. My mama took me to see Anaconda in 1997. And it fucked me up a little bit. But I really was like, okay. But it scared me because I'm like, wow, this big ass snake fucking up these people. But don't kill J-Lo. And don't kill my boy Ice Cube. And then I saw that little angry Frenchman. I'm like, I want him to die. So that urge got into me to like start watching horror movies. And then I started seeing the unrated versions of the Freddy Krueger movies. I was like, damn, this kind of fucked up, but I kind of like these horror movies. And then I elevated and excelled into kind of different genres of movies like I Spit on Your Grave, I Know What You Did Last Summer, like slashers, all types of shit. I was watching all types of horror genres. And I'm a Christian, not the most perfect, but it's like, oh my God, I need to get a mental evaluation. I'm really fucked up. Although I'm not about to kill or murder people, but horror movies to me are very entertaining. Then I had a cousin who passed away that used to watch horror movies. So hanging around him, I started loving horror movies more. I started learning about movies like Misery and things like that. or urban legends, then things like that. And then my brother, I remember he had a Friday the 13th mask. I'm like, who is this? Then it was Jason, so I started watching the Friday the 13th series. So that's why I love the Nightmare on Elm Street series, because Freddy was like pretty dope. I remember in the first movie, it was some Home Alone type shit. And I think Nightmare on Elm Street stole this shit from Home Alone, where Nancy literally set a booby trap for Freddy and pulled them out of the dreams, and this dude was just getting tortured. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck? This is some different type of shit. But I love the Nightmare on Elm Street series. That's like, it's one of my favorite kind of like slasher series of all time. Actually, it's not. My favorite slasher series, spoiler alert, it's a slasher. What do you think it is? Pause the video and guess. What do you think it is? All right. All right, so my favorite slasher series of all time is Scream. Scream is my favorite slasher series of all time, because one thing about Scream is it's different. It's all over the place, but it's different. But the first movie, we had two dudes, Billy and Stu. Billy and Stu was movie buffs, this and forth. Then one of them, like Billy Loomis, was Sydney's boyfriend, crazy boyfriend and everything. He was killing people. Second movie was Mrs. Loomis, which is Billy Loomis's, mom, blah, 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 blah. Third was her stepbrother. Fourth was her cousin. Five was Richie Kirsch and Amber Freeman, which was hard people that wanted to be Billy and Stu. Six was angry cop whose son had died. 7, who knows? Now, the way I feel like they should write the 7 film, and before I get to the review, I would write the 7 film like any horror movie franchise that's been on my list, or in any sequel territory, or any franchise territory. Discontinue all the movies and go from part 1, delete part 2 and all of the movies, and just say, let's just start fresh. So start from part 1 and bring back everybody. Bring back fucking Jamie Kennedy's character. Bring back Dewey. Bring back a lot of people, because this is one of the franchises where you killed off a couple good major characters for no fucking reason. Like, Randy shouldn't have died. Dewey shouldn't have died. The chick from 6, the mama, she shouldn't have died. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And it kind of pissed me off being a franchise person. It's like, okay, y'all kind of, I'm like, okay, Judy Hicks was, being a bitch in the movie. The fourth one, she really wasn't a bitch. She was a sweet lady. But I kind of was one of the few fans that liked Judy. So killing her and her son, it's Scream 5 fucked me. Scream 5 fucked me up. I didn't like it. 6 was cool. 6 was kind of my favorite. 6 and 1 is my favorite. 6, 1, and 2 is my favorite. But I would discontinue all those films and just start fresh. Or I discontinue, somehow make 1 and 3 connect, delete 2 somehow. I don't know how we're going to do that. Or just stick to 1, 2, and 3, because Sydney got her married and she got kids and everything. So let it, don't delete Patrick Dempsey character, because that dude's pretty fucking awesome. So either stick from part 1 or stick from part 1, 2, and 3 and stop and remake it. Don't even call that shit Scream 7. Just call it The Scream. Some shit like that. But regardless of that, I like the franchise because it's different characters and everything is connected. And I like in the 6th one, everything kind of connected a little bit. It kind of connected, and every killer had a motive, and all their motives was really legitimately good motives. All of them was good motives. Every motive was good. Every motive was good. Part 1 was fucked up, but 2, all those motives in the movies had was good, except in 5. His motive was stupid. But 6 was a good motive. You killed my son. Part 2 was a good motive. You killed my son. Part 3, you famous. But what about me? I'm your stepbrother or brother, whatever. Part 4, oh, you my cousin. Bitch, you famous? You didn't even give a fuck about me and check on me during the time. So every movie had a motive, but I like the Scream franchise because it's consistent and the characters is good. and everything except the mixed twins. I hate the mixed twins. So that's another reason why I want them to remake the films, because I hate the mixed twins. I literally hate them. I hate the mixed twins like I hate Jake and Devin from the Chucky series. Not because I hate those characters simply because they're annoying and they are immune to die. The mixed twins are immune to die, and Jake and Devin are immune to die because they're gay. The Jake and Devin are immune to die because they're gay. And the mixed twins are just immune to die just because they're immune to die. And we are living in a hard franchise territory where you kill off the wrong characters, or y'all be scared to kill off some characters because y'all may piss people off. Because, yeah. But we in a world where we have a bunch of fucking snowflakes. If you kill the two gay niggas in the show, people are going to be like, oh my God, that's fucked up. If you kill Randy and, the mixed twins, people are going to think you're racist. I don't fucking know. I don't care. But at the end of the day, these are my top 7 franchises by rankings. So again, comment on the video. Whichever franchise y'all want me to do, I will do it. I give an in-depth analysis. I do videos on it. I'm going to be studying that shit. So at the end of the day, sub to my channel, people. Thanks.